What's poppin', y'all? When the Emperor Strikes Back. I've never watched a Star Wars movie, but Doja Cat, one of my favorite rappers who I have watched a lot of music videos of and listened to a lot of her music over the past 6 years, one of my favorite rappers, not just female rapper. Overall, I'm putting her in top 5 of the past 5 years. In terms of album, actually, we might have to stretch it to, is Planet Her 2019 or 2020? Planet Her, fire album. So if that's 2019, we're stretching it to 6 years. Now, Doja Cat hasn't done much for me in the past year, so we're gonna narrow that down to 2019 to 2024. But when I say the Empress strikes back in this scenario, she's getting back at a fan for this altercation that didn't seem like an altercation at first. So I'm gonna play you guys the video clip, and people are up in arms about this, and I find it hilarious.
I'm about to give my shirt to Doja Cat because she's the iconic girl.
Period!
No, bitch, you deserve it. Literally, and if you ever want anything more, I got you, always. This is the girl right here. I love you, so
Happy Pride Month.
Pablo.
Nice to meet you.
Wait, what's your real name? Or is it Doja?
Ami.
Ami? Ami, so nice to meet you, girl. You're beautiful. I hope you have the best night. You're literally everything in the world.
Thank you.
Wow, yeah.
Period!
My girl, Ami. Love you, dog. Don't say thank you.
You smell
So this video was spreading everywhere. I saw it when it first came out. I was like, oh, okay. Looks like a decent fan interaction. Guy's a little bit of a nut for taking off his shirt and giving it to her, but pause on that. That's probably not the only nut the dude's taken. So Doja Cat gets on and tweets, I threw that musty ass shirt away, by the way. Yo, this is why I love Doja Cat. And then she goes on to say, bottom line is, I'll smile at you, but it doesn't mean I F with you. And don't touch me and manhandle me when you don't even effing know me. If you know, you know. I honestly think I need to stand up for myself in the moment sometimes, and he didn't even know my effing name to be touching me and kissing me on my face like that is crazy. Yeah, how does he not know her name is Amala? That's her first album name, by the way. Yes, I mess with Doja Cat. Like I said, y'all think I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Before I get into my deeper thoughts about fan interactions as well as is Doja Cat justified in this response, we have to get into a response from that fan, which I'm gonna play for you guys right now.
Hi guys, I was just at a party and I got informed that Doja said some shit about me on Twitter. I just want to clear this up because it hurts, because I loved her. I watched her at Coachella. I've never claimed to be the biggest fan, but I really stand her and I think what her work is amazing. I just think it's crazy because she's the one at this event that was being so nice, and she pointed out my shirt, and I said, and I like that. And then when I went outside and she was outside, I was like, girl, you'd be the perfect girl for my Pride collection. And she said, what do you mean, what Pride collection? I said, oh, I released this t-shirt, blah, 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 I'd love to give you one. She said, I'd want one right now. And I said, oh, I could give this one to you. She said, no way, you're not gonna give this to me. And that's when the video started, and she was being so sweet and amazing, and I thought that's what it was. And now, guys, she's on Twitter saying she threw that musty shirt away. She's saying that I didn't know her name, that I manhandled her, all this stuff. I understand, guys, if I was being like too nice or whatever, I will take full accountability. I'm gay. I would never want to make her feel uncomfortable. She's so iconic. I have only been saying the nicest things about her. She's the sweetest celebrity. She made me feel so seen. She said, Ami, I thought she was nice. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is for publicity or for whatever, guys, but I would have never wanted to make her uncomfortable. I would have never even filmed if she didn't say yes. Guys, that video that we filmed was after everything, and I don't want to be that guy that comes on emotional or whatever, but I feel like I'm always the butt of the joke. Like, why am I the punching bag, bro? Like, literally, like, nothing happened other than her liking my shirt. I offered it to give it to her. She doesn't have to keep it. She doesn't have to do whatever, but she was obviously down, like, and I understand she has to set her boundaries. She's a celebrity. I'm not. I will never understand that, so I value that and I appreciate it and I get that. But for me, guys, I'm a normal ass person that's at a bar, meets Doja Cat. I just released my clothing drop for Pride, and I just offered to give her one, and she said, oh, I want one right now. So I had the size. I was like, here, take it. I apologize if I did anything wrong at all. But guys, I'm a human being too. And honestly, this just shows me, I guess, that maybe not everybody's who they show in person. I would have never said anything other than she's the sweetest girl ever. But I guess she went on a whole tweet rant about me. I never claimed to have it all laid out, to know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just at a bar, released a clothing drop. Doja was being very sweet to me. And also, guys, I know I didn't know her first name. I'm so sorry. I never claimed to be the biggest fan ever. I just respect her a lot for her work. I've listened to her music so many times. I met her 4.5 years ago at the VMAs, and I was like gagged. And I thought 4.5 years later, the world worked for me. Like, the stars lined.
This guy's a complete lunatic. Off rip. The first thing, and this is where this guy says, I'm gay. I would never want to make her feel uncomfortable. Like, yo, dog, what is you slobbing on knob? What is you being on that yay? No cousin, because I don't know if you're doing that with your cousin. That's a different level of that. What does that have to do with you not wanting to disrespect her? This is the craziest part. Like, dog, you're still a man. Yeah, you're a grown man. Take a look in the mirror. Like, you grabbing her, and that's the thing. I'm gonna say, like, yo, this guy's, you still got that strength. Like, dude's grabbing her, he's pulling her, he's like messing around with her, and I'm not going to say you could tell that she wanted the guy to leave her alone, but you're also a nutcase if you're taking the shirt off of your musty shirt off of your back and handing it to her. Talking about like, yo, this is some Pride Month. Let's keep it a buck. Doja Cat was in chat rooms with people that were letting off like they were talking about wild topics. If you think Doja Cat messes with your kind, she most definitely does not. She goes home and she was letting them she was letting them things fly after that, for sure. She probably hit one of her old friends from the chat room, probably hit her current man, I don't know. She's like, can you believe this? With like handing me this musty shirt. Like, I just wanted to be nice, and I said like hello to him. He didn't even know my name, and that's the thing. He's like, yo, and people just use words incorrectly. He's like, yeah, I stan her. What do you mean you stan her? You said you saw her at Coachella. There were like 150 other artists at Coachella. You said you don't know her, you didn't know her name, you didn't know any songs. Like, what do you mean, like, you stan her? Like, stan is beyond a fan. A fan is already a fanatic. Somebody that's really, it's just out of logic and reason. A stan is somebody that is so delusional, that is damn near stalking the person, like reps them no matter what. Like, a stan, I wouldn't even genuinely call academics a stan of Drake. And I know we call academics like a D-rider of Drake, or everyone says that. I do think that. I would say he's a huge fan, but a stan, no way, because a stan is incapable of saying anything negative about that person. That's that level of obsession. This dude is just fanned out. He's fanned out. He likes Doja Cat's celebrity. He's talking about like, yo, my pride. Nobody give a damn about your pride collection. But Doja Cat is right in that she's got to stand up for herself in times like this. Like, she's got to show that there are boundaries. But I think this guy thinks because he's, with the rainbow, that she feels less threatened by him as a man. Because a straight dude's not doing this. Like, maybe he might like hand the shirt, but he's not grabbing her. He's not moving her around like that. Because he knows, like, okay, there is this, or at least one with some sense. Now, off rip, they're probably not even going to be running up to Doja Cat like this. Like I mess with Doja Cat, but no, I'm not running up to her like this. I'm gonna be like, yo, what's up? I would say hello, but other than that, like, yeah, I'm not behaving like this, and definitely not grabbing somebody. So I think, but this is the thing too. I think the signal that he got from Doja Cat was that she was inviting because she was smiling. Now, a lot of people are blaming him. They're like, yo, you should have known. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I gotta be really careful about my words in this video. I'm not going to diss the guy and put that on him and say like, yo, you should have known better. But for Doja Cat, I think it's a her thing. But some people are saying like, yo, I can't believe people smile at you and they don't really like you, or they don't want you to be around them. Have you guys never heard of saving face? You should look into that. That's a very, very common thing. It's actually really only in America where like you pull up to a counter or something and someone's just blatantly rude to you and angry and they're supposed to be serving you. In most other places in the world, people are like saving face. They might smile. They might absolutely hate you, can't stand your guts, and they're just gonna keep it cordial, especially in interactions with strangers. Like, she doesn't know anything about you. Keep in mind, this is very different from a scenario where people know each other. Now, if somebody knows you, or like a mutual friend or something like that, and it's not a fan to artist interaction, then them like smiling and like sounding inviting like that, yeah, that's a different story. But there should be no situation where you're taking your sweaty, nasty shirt off of your back when she didn't ask for it. Like, I could give you this one. No, you cannot give me that one. Keep that one yourself. I hope like people aren't really like tearing into the dude, and just insulting him and saying you should have known, because I'm not gonna go that far. I think the guy's assumptions based on his orientation is what made him behave like this, and he's not the only one that behaves like this. And the guy apologized, so you could clearly tell like he was harmed by it. He didn't know that he was causing harm. And Doja Cat, it's on her. Now, I do think she roasted the guy. She could have just left that alone, but Doja Cat is Doja, and this is is why I like Doja Cat, because she doesn't give a F about these fans. She's saying, F y'all, I'm gonna do what I want. That's a Musty shirt. Stay away from me. Don't touch me. You don't know me. And yeah, like she's just talking that talk. She's basically saying, you bums are going to be listening to my music and showing up to my shows because I'm supremely talented, and I'm gonna say what I want to say. And if I don't want to perform, I won't perform. And now she is a performer, that is for sure. But yeah, like this guy's dragging her around. I think he was just enamored by her celebrity. But you could tell, I don't know, this was most likely in LA. He's talking about pride. He's off, dude's probably off a bean. It's hot. It's summertime. The dude's sweaty, probably stinky too. And yeah, man, this is just a funny situation, I will say. Like, this is one of those things where you get this crossover from hip hop and pop, where you get a fan interaction, but if this is the worst that fan interactions are in pop music, I guess you could say, then they really don't have much to worry about. Rappers out here getting their chains snatched by fans, scared that they might get clapped by a potential fan. So many more things to worry about than just this. Also, the thing is here is that the guy's recording a video. So Doja Cat could have walked away because she knew somebody else was recording and there were other people in the vicinity. I will say, I'm gonna put some blame on her too. You gotta talk up about yourself and be like, yo, leave me alone. Or be like, nah, I'm good off of that. Be like, I really gotta go right now. There are ways to be polite and get the hell out of there. But I do think she should be G-checking people like this, like Travis does. I think it was when Travis was signing people's albums or shoes, he was like, yo, name 3 songs. Now, I would probably freeze up if I had to name 3 Travis Scott songs. Let me think. Butterfly Effect, Sicko Mode, Quintana Part 2, Upper Echelon. Okay, no. I would not freeze up. I would actually freeze up from most artists. Now, if you ask me to name their albums, I could name their albums. I don't know. I just work like that. I'm more of an album mixtape listener. But we're talking about Travis Scott now, so that's how you know it's time for the video to end. But yeah, Doja Cat needs to have some sort of a G-check where it's like, okay, name 3 of my songs. Or what's my name? What's my first album? Something like that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see you in the next one.